we're gonna get in a good side control. Look, first thing is I want to make sure that my knee is blocking this hip and my elbow is blocking this hip. Okay, it's not so much important that I'm squeezing him way up top, but if he starts to hip escape, then he can start to see how slides his knee in. So I see people, they're squeezing up here, but they're not really controlling the hips. Okay, you want to, when you're in side control, you want to have control of the hips. I don't even have to hug him up here. Like move, try to hip escape. Look, he can't move. And I'm not even holding his upper body. You know what I mean? But in this situation, just for this attack, I do need to move up and I do need to control the upper body for this particular attack. But I also need to be mindful that I need to control the hips. And the way I do that is I'm going knee on the hip, elbow on this hip, and I need to make sure that this hand is underneath his elbow so this elbow can't touch the ground. Now, I need to get this arm isolated too. And the way I do that is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reach under his armpit. I can even grab the material under his gi here and I'll pull him towards me. And by doing that, it puts a lot of pressure on him. Like I was talking about the other day, if I try to put the shoulder pressure by just leaning on him, it's not the same as if I pull him to me and then drop the shoulder pressure. It's a lot more stronger that way. All right? Now, from here, I get on my toes and I start walking his hips over to the side. See this? Now, my hips are connected with him. Now, I'm just going to slide my hip up his body and I'm going to force his knee underneath the shoulder so this shoulder can't touch the mat. By keeping this shoulder off the mat, it's going to make it really hard for him to explode that elbow to the mat. And then again, I'll correct and put the shoulder pressure on him by pulling him into me. All right? So now I got really good control of him. Now, from here, once I get this control and this arm isolated, I'll keep my head down to keep him from turning a little bit, and I'll start working his lapel out like this. See? So I get the lapel out. Get the lapel out. And then what we were doing, we were feeding it underneath the other day. Now he's going to keep his elbow in tight, and he's going to stop me from getting it underneath. But what it does do is it opens it up for me to feed it over his wrist like this. Now, see how if his elbow starts floating out, he may be able to slide his hand out, slip your hand out. See this? So what I do is once I come over, I pull it and I pull his elbow in tight. Now, slip your hand out, you can't. That arm's trapped. Okay, now my left leg, the leg that's over here, that's underneath the shoulder, I'm going to windshield wipe it into his body like this. This knee goes onto his hip. See this? Now, when I get ready to go, I'm going to throw this leg over and I'm going to use this lapel and everything to lift his head. So both hands under his head like this, and I let go of the lapel. Now, my thigh is connected to his neck right here because I'm going to use my thigh to choke him. My heel is touching my knee. Notice that my leg is directly across his neck. And I want to base this way because if he oompas, if he starts to oompa, I need my base over here, all right? Because this leg is not going to be a base. So I need my hands to base. Then from here, I'm going to work this arm across. Now I bring my body down so he can't bring that arm back. See how my body smashes that arm against his face? I'm going to grab my shin, lift my leg, lock my triangle. Now, all I have to do from here is squeeze. If he doesn't tap, I just pull up on his head and I can finish. Now, if he bumps real hard as I'm doing that and I end up on my back, I still can finish the triangle. But like I said, it's better to finish the triangle on top than it is on the bottom. So again, I want to get a good isolation. I walk his hips over. I scrape up the side. Look, I stay chest to chest. I pull the lapel out. He's blocking. I come over. I feed it to this hand, and I keep the elbow in tight. I windshield wipe this leg in, knee on the hip. I watch. I throw it, I grab his head, and this leg comes here. Now, I'm basing. I work this arm across, and then I drop on it. Grab my shin, lock my foot, and then squeeze. If I have to, I'll pull up on the head. So one more time. I'm here. Good side control, good pressure. Pull this out, come over the top. Control this elbow. Windshield wipe the foot. Knee on the hip. Pull the head. Come here. Push this arm across. Drop on it. Lock my triangle and squeeze. Everybody got it?
Sir.
All right, ready?